and welcome to Brand Your Passion, the show that helps you turn the thing you love the most into something that people know and love you for. I'm your host, Holly Arnett, the brand coach for creatives, and I'm on a mission to make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. If you're ready to get more eyes on your work, more dollars in your pocket, and more creativity in your life, you're in the right place. Welcome. Let's brand your passion. Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Brand Your Passion. Today I want to talk to you all about the different ways that you can use a brand strategy, because you know that here we talk a lot about brand strategy and we love a brand strategy document. It's like the Holy Grail of documents. It's your go-to guide. It's your reliable roadmap. It's everything that is all things your brand all in one place. We really love brand strategy documents, and we're massive advocates for how they can help you and your team and people you collaborate with to build a brand that's aligned with everything you want it to be, and that can scale and grow and achieve all of your wildest business dreams as a creative. Not that we're biased at all, but we talk about it a lot. But I know that sometimes people can think, okay, well, it's just a document. What can I do with that document? I go through this strategy process and we work on what I want my brand to be and all of this stuff, and it gets put in this document, but then what? What do I do with this document? So I'm here to tell you 20 ways that creatives can use their brand strategy. And this is coming from just clients that we have had and seen, and they've told us all the different amazing things that they've done with their brand strategy, ideas that we have, and ideas that we've seen other people using their brand strategies in different ways. So these are not just made up things. These are tried and true, tested things that we know you can actually do with this document. The brand strategy is not just the way that we do it is not just a document. It's a living, breathing, go-to guide that's collaborative. It changes over time as your business does. It can be shared super easily. There's so much that you can do personally as a creative, but you can also do with anybody that you hire or that you work with or you collaborate with. There's so many ways that this document can be used. So let's dive in and talk about these 20 different ways that you can use your brand strategy when you've gone through the whole brand strategy process. So, number one way that you can use your brand strategy document is to make decisions. So you can make decisions about so many different things using this brand strategy document, because your strategy has your vision, your mission, your values, your people, your personality, all of the things that make up your brand are in this strategy document. So you can use your strategy to make sure that the decisions you're making are aligned with your vision for your brand. So you can say okay, I want to make this decision. I'm deciding between these two options. If I read back through my vision, which decision aligns most with my vision? Which decision aligns most with my values? If I'm really truly living out these values, which decision makes the most sense? If I'm thinking about the people that I want to serve or the people I want to attract, which decision makes the most sense for those people? So, number one, you can make decisions using your brand strategy. You can also write copy with your brand strategy. The strategies that we do, we write a lot of copy for you. So there's snippets or taglines or even whole paragraphs or whole pages of information that you can use to just copy and paste onto your website. You can use the voice guidelines to help you write copy. You can use the information about your clients to help you write copy that's going to speak to them. There are so many different things in your brand strategy that will help you write more targeted, intentional, powerful copy that's aligned with what you want your brand to sound like and what you want your brand to say and what key brand messages you want to get across. You can also use your brand strategy to direct your marketing efforts. So you can use it to decide and choose whether you want to do like social media marketing or email marketing or influencer marketing or in-person print marketing. You can decide what marketing efforts are going to be the most aligned and most impactful and effective based on what your brand is all about and the people that you want to attract and how you want to get across and where your ideal people are and all of that stuff. You can use your brand strategy to direct your marketing. You can then use your brand strategy to create content. So, for example, if you know the key messages you want to get across, the like key topics that you communicate as a brand, the people that you want to talk to, the problems that they have, the goals that they have, the kind of people that they are, the kind of content they relate to, where they enjoy consuming content, the kind of types of content they like. All of this information will be in your brand strategy or can be in your brand strategy to help you to create content. So instead of saying like, oh crap, it's Tuesday and I need to post an Instagram post and I don't know what to say, or it's like the start of the month and I'm trying to schedule everything for the month and I don't know what to do, you will know like, okay, well, these are the messages I want to communicate. These are the people I want to talk to. These are the pillars that I want to have on my profiles. These are the things that I want to talk about, and this is the best way to do that for the right people that I want to attract. So you can use your strategy to create content. You can also obviously use your strategy to design your visual identity. That's what a lot of people probably associate brand strategy with, is that you do the strategy so that then you can design your logos and colors and fonts and everything. So you can do that once you have your strategy. You will know this is the kind of personality of our brand. This is how we want it to feel. These are the best colors to communicate the vibe that we want to communicate to the right people. All of that information will be in your strategy so that you can create a really intentional brand identity that's aligned. It's going to communicate the right thing to the right people. It's going to last a long time because it is intentional. You're going to know that the decisions that you make for your visuals are made for a reason. So you're not going to like chop and change your visuals all the time because it will be specifically, intentionally decided on based on your strategy. You can also use your strategy to structure and decide on your services and or your products. So you can go through your strategy, use your strategy and say, okay, well, I know that like this is our mission. These are the people we're trying to help. These are the problems that they have. These are the things that they want for their life or the things that they're looking for or the kind of things that they like or that they engage with or that they want. So this means that I know that these will be the best services to provide, or these will be the best products to create. These are the best price points to have these products and services at, because my type of people is this kind of person, or the positioning that we want to have is at this level. So we know that we want to structure our price to match that positioning. So you can use your strategy to structure and price and figure out your products and services. Similarly to that, you can use it to create like freebies and opt-ins and downloads that you want to offer, because you have all that same information that you can say, okay, well, I know that I want to have this service, or I want to lead people to these services or these products. So I'm going to have this free download that's going to solve this problem for these people and communicate this thing about me. So you can use your strategy to create freebies of any kind for your business. Along those lines, you can use your brand strategy to plan your customer experience. So this might be included in your strategy, or it might just have the information in your strategy to help you to do this, your customer experience. But you can know that this is where I'm going to find most of my people. This is how I'm going to engage them in my content and then nurture them. Then they're going to buy, and then they're going to become loyal customers, or whatever your process looks like, your experience looks like. You can use your strategy to make decisions about what that customer experience looks like, what you're going to do at each of those points to take people along the journey, how you want them to feel at each point in the process, how you're going to make sure that happens. Your strategy can help you to do that, to plan and execute a customer experience that's aligned with your vision for your brand. You can use your brand strategy to prioritize projects. So your brand strategy is really like a roadmap from point A to B. It's like, okay, here's where we are now. Here's where we want to be in the future in 3 months or 6 months or a year or 5 or 10 years, however long in the future you're looking. So you can use your strategy to say, okay, well, if this is the goals that we have for in 6 months' time, then these are the projects we should prioritize. We can forget about shiny object syndrome and getting distracted by all these different things, because we can laser focus on the things that are going to help us get from point A to B that our strategy is guiding us towards. As I just mentioned, you can use your strategy to set goals as well. So if you say, well, we want to attract these people, for example, then our goals could be to get in X magazines that appeal to those people, or we want to position ourselves in this way. So our goal is to get 70% of people who come across our brand to say this about who we are, or to get this message from our communications. So you can use your strategy to set goals for your business and help you to prioritize those projects that will help you get to those goals. Your strategy is also an awesome document to use to like pitch for projects, or if you are applying for funding, or you're wanting to get into markets or exhibitions or whatever. You want anybody to know what you're all about and what they need to know about you. You can use all or parts of your strategy to do that. So your strategy might include like your vision, your mission, your story, your approach to things, what your brand personality is like, the people that you try to attract. So this document can be really helpful if you're trying to convince someone how awesome you are and tell them all about yourself, right? So you can use your strategy document as like a pitch deck. You can use it to send alongside your funding applications, all sorts of things like that. You can also use your brand strategy to craft campaigns. So if you are creating like ads, or you're creating some sort of advertising campaign, like you want to create a video, or you're creating a series of graphics about a certain part of your business, you want to promote a new product or a new service or a new course or resource or something, you can use your strategy to help you do that, because there might be messaging in there or people that you want to talk to. All of that stuff is in there that will guide the campaigns that you want to create. You can use your strategy to like choose and vet clients. This is obviously more specific for service-based businesses or people who have services. You can like run your potential clients through your strategy list and say like, okay, in my strategy, these are the ideal clients that I listed, or these are the attributes for an ideal client. Does this potential client fit what I want as a client? If not, maybe I can hand them off to someone else, or maybe I'm going to say, yeah, I'll do it, but I know that they're not necessarily an ideal client. Whatever decision you make is up to you, but it's just good to know and be able to analyze and understand whether these clients are your ideal clients or not, and to be able to choose your clients based on that. You can use your brand strategy to structure like processes and systems and operations. So we talked just a bit before about your customer experience. Say, for example, you want to structure like the booking experience for somebody to book into one of your services. So you can use your strategy to understand like who your people are and where they're coming from and why they might be booking in with you, so that you can then create an experience of booking in with you that aligns with who they are and speaks exactly to their needs and their struggles and their desires, that feels how you want them to feel. All of that stuff you can use to structure your processes and systems to align with your brand. If you are hiring like contractors or consultants for any reason, say for example you're hiring a copywriter, or you're hiring a photographer, or someone to animate things for you, or whoever you're hiring, you can give them your brand strategy as a guide so that you can make sure anything that they create is aligned with your brand. You can also use your brand strategy to hire people. So you can show potential hires your strategy so they know everything about you, or you can show them parts of it, or use parts of your strategy to like communicate what your business is about if you want to hire someone. And you can also do a similar thing like you did with your clients and run these people through this like checklist of your strategy. So if you look at like the values that you have and the vision that you have and the things that are important to you and the personality of your brand, then you can, vet these potential hires and say, well, these people don't really fit or align with the values that we have, but this person really does, and they have a similar vision, and I think they're going to be really on board with what we're doing. So that can help you hire people too. Your brand strategy can be used to choose investments. So just like we talked about prioritizing projects, you can also use your strategy to prioritize things that you buy. So it might be deciding what courses to enroll in, or what equipment that you need, or what software you need to download and pay for, or what people you need to hire. All of these things can be informed by your brand strategy because you know what your goals are, what projects you're working on, what people you're trying to attract, what things you're trying to achieve, what messages you're trying to get across, what you're trying to do to get from point A to B. So you can, again, like with your priorities in terms of projects, you can know, like, I don't actually need to worry about spending money on this thing because it's not going to help me achieve what's set out in my strategy. Similarly, you can use your strategy to help you decide on what events or opportunities to take up. So say you're looking at what markets to take your work to, or what conferences to speak at, or what podcasts to say yes to, or any opportunities like that, what summits to speak at, what magazines to get into, or what collaborations to work on, what brands to work with. All of this stuff, you can use your strategy to choose those things because you will know, like we said before, like what your values are, what's important to you, what your vision is, the people you're trying to attract. So say you get somebody comes in your inbox, a brand, and says, hey, we want to work with you on this project. You can say, well, is it aligned with my values? Does it work towards my vision? Is it attracting the right people that I want to attract? Is it going to say the right thing about me? All of these questions can be answered with your brand strategy and help you to choose these opportunities. You can also use your brand strategy to work out like marketing funnels for your people. So say you want to, nurture people through a process. You can understand, okay, well, they're going to find me on Instagram, and then I'm going to send them to my email newsletter where they're going to download a freebie. And in the back of that freebie, there's a call to action to download my product. And then from there, I'm going to nurture them in like a product sequence and encourage them to enroll in my one-on-one services. Like, you can work out a funnel from there based on who your people are and what they need and what they want, what you want to offer. All of these things that are in your brand strategy, you can follow to create these funnels. And last but not least, you can use your brand strategy to measure success, right? So instead of kind of looking to what anybody else is doing or comparing yourself on Instagram or anything like that to decide whether you're successful or not, in your brand strategy, you'll set out goals for yourself and set out milestones that you want to achieve. And so when you look at your brand strategy, you can use those things to measure your success. Say, did I attract those people? Did I shift my positioning? Did I elevate my brand identity to make it feel a certain way? Did I achieve the goals that I set out and hit the milestones that I set out in my strategy? Whew. So I feel like I've been talking forever. I'm just so excited about all these different ways that you can use your strategy. But I hope that's given you an insight into what your strategy can do for your business, specifically as a creative. How can you use a brand strategy practically, tangibly, actionably in your business to make a difference and to help you to move things forward and achieve your goals and build the business and the life that you're trying to build as a creative? So I hope this has been really helpful. If you want a brand strategy and you're ready to have this go-to guide and this roadmap that will help you to do all of these things, if if you're ready to have this like handy dandy document that will help you to make decisions and prioritize your projects and attract the right people and craft campaigns and choose opportunities and all of those things I've just talked about, then you want to check out Map Your Brand Magic, because it's enrolling right now, or it will be soon. I need to figure out the timing of this podcast, but it's either very soon or it's already open right now. So check out our website, check out our Instagram, check out the link down below to go and have a look, either sign up to the waitlist or get your booty into Map Your Brand Magic, because we're going to go through the whole process of creating a brand strategy together. So we're going to go through the 6 different parts of brand strategy over 8 weeks. We're going to workshop things together in a small group of only 5 people so that we can really dig deep, figure out your brand strategy together, and then get you this roadmap, this plan that's going to set you up for success as a creative, so that you can build the brand that you want to build and you can share your brand magic that's so wonderful and so unique and so incredible with the people that you want and achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So that sounds good to you? Then check out Map Your Brand Magic, and I hope to see you in there shortly. Otherwise, I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See you later. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Brand Your Passion and choosing to spend time with me learning all about branding, business, and all things creativity. You can find more episodes just like this one at makerandmoxie.com/podcast. If you like this one, you can tap that subscribe or follow button so that you're notified about each and every new episode. And if you've got a spare second, please leave a review on iTunes or wherever it is that you're listening to this podcast, because I would absolutely 100% love to hear from you. If there were some helpful goodies in this episode for you, it would mean the world to me as well if you could screenshot that podcast player right now, hop on over to Instagram or Twitter and tag us at Maker and Moxie. By subscribing, reviewing, and sharing, you're helping reach more creators just like you, so that together we can make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. We can't achieve this mission without you, so your support means the absolute world. I will talk to you in the next episode, but until then, keep creating.